The Edge of the Infinite Plain, a flat Earth adventure. The world was an endless plain, glittering like polished marble beneath the dome of the sky. From the highest mountains to the deepest oceans, everything existed on a colossal disk floating atop cosmic waters. The sun, a brilliant sphere of fire no larger than a wagon wheel, circled above the land like a lantern on a great track, lighting day on one side of the plain while leaving the other in darkness. The moon, pale and cool, followed in quiet harmony, and above them, a firmament of unbreakable crystal separated the heavens from the world below. Every child in the city of Centerhold grew up knowing these facts. They learned that more gravity was an illusion created by density and buoyancy. Objects fell only because heavier substances sank in the air, just as stones sank in water. They learned that oceans stayed perfectly level because water always sought its resting point. They learned of the Antarctic ice wall, the towering ring of frozen cliffs surrounding the plain. Like the rim of a massive bowl, it kept the waters from spilling into whatever void lay beyond. But only explorers, brave, foolhardy souls, ever traveled to the wall, and most of them never returned. The Question. A curious apprentice cartographer named Lyra Quill often wondered why no maps showed what came after the ice. Teachers scolded her for asking never meant to cross beyond. Yet that answer only fueled her imagination. She spent her nights in the observatory, watching the tiny sun and moon move over the plain like gears in divine machinery. Sometimes she swore she saw something else beyond them, small lights zipping across the dome. The mysterious wanderers, mistaken by scholars for stars that had somehow come loose. Lyra believed the wanderers were guards. The journey to the wall. When she came of age, the guild's motto was simple: expeditionary guild. Truth lies at the edge. Alongside her traveled a scholar who believed the firmament was alive, a sailor who claimed the ocean whispered warnings at night, and a mason who swore he had once struck the base of the dome with a hammer and heard it ring. Weeks passed as they crossed frozen wastelands. Their compasses twitched uselessly. Magnetism had grown unreliable this far out, as if the poles themselves were shifting beneath the crust of the plain. Then they saw it. And higher than any mountain, its surface sparkled beneath the tiny sun's glow. The wind howled with a distant, eerie hum, and at the top of the wall they could just barely make out something glimmering. A metallic arch curving touching upward. The dome itself. Someone built a gate, Lyra whispered. Nasa Career, the revelation. Scaling the ice wall took days. They carved steps and hammered spikes, numb fingers trembling. When they reached the top, the truth stood before them. A colossal doorway embedded into the dome, made of metal older than any kingdom. The arch hummed with heat, as if it were powered by the same mechanisms driving the sun. The mason struck the doorway with his hammer. The dome rang like a bell. And then the wanderers descended. They weren't stars at all, nor celestial objects. They were machines, smooth-winged and silent. Their lenses focused on the explorers. A voice echoed from within the doorway. The machines glowed with blinding light. This world was not made to be escaped. The forgotten truth. Lyra awoke back in Centerhold months later. The guild had no record of her expedition. The mason, the scholar, the sailor, gone without a trace. The official story claimed she had been lost at sea, but on her wrist rested a thin metallic scar, shaped like a crescent moon. And sometimes when the sun circled low and the sky grew quiet, she could hear the faint vibration of the firmament, ringing like metal struck by a hammer. She no longer sought maps of the what lay above.